Hey guys, what is going on? So, let me tell you, I was not very happy with my back door look for the longest time. Actually, ever since I built the van. I know the lighting really isn't on me right now, but the focus really isn't on me. It's actually what I did to the back doors. So, you can see that I have pull curtains that actually come from the sides that are hung on a rod going across. I originally put those up because of my wood shop that I put in underneath my bed here that I'm going to use when I start hitting the road. I've actually already started using it with some wall art that I've already done, but I put that in so there's no dust and debris that come into the living quarters of my van. It's also nice because I use them for curtains at nighttime. They're blackout curtains, so they're just nice to have there. What I had before, let me show you, were these, you can actually probably hear it, my microphone's probably picking it up, these self-made blackout shades. And what I did was that on one side were black and the other side was white. The white was facing on the inside of the van because I was trying to match the rest of the van, and the outside was black. You couldn't see in if you were looking through the window. And they were held on by Velcro, which was right here. Because of the heat of the summertime, the glue wasn't holding to the metal. And I originally had magnets in there, but the magnets were kind of, they actually worked better than the Velcro. And that wrinkling, what you hear inside that is Reflectix. And the Reflectix would obviously keep out any heat that was producing from the sun into the window, like the magnifying glass effect. So that's what this was up there before. And I didn't like the fact that if I wanted to see out my back windows, whether I was lying in bed or whatever the case may be, I had to pull these entire things off just so I could look out the window. And then you'd have these like around the bed or around my living area. It's already small enough. Imagine like another couple 24-inch things lying around. So what do? I came up with this idea and I didn't know if it was gonna work, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a shot. I love the look of brick. Even before I get into that, let me show you what I did. So, as you can see, the curtains are back now, and what I did was I'll actually have a close-up of it now with, I did some shooting earlier. It is brick. Now, obviously I didn't lay the brick. That'd be just way too heavy and ridiculous. So they make fake brick you can just buy it at any hardware store, Lowe's or Home Depot, and it's like a hardboard. I think it's made out of a very thin, like the MDF board. And I cut it to shape and I just put it on there. I screwed it in there. And then I cut out the window sizes I wanted. I put some trim on there to make it look somewhat good. But what the trick was is those are actually pull down shades that I got from IKEA, and they're blackout shades, and I screwed them in on the back end. Now I'm actually going to show you on how I've been doing that, and I'm going to obviously probably time lapse the whole thing because they're just ridiculously long. I switched out the batteries in the GoPro and I forgot to turn it back on. I'm not going to time lapse this. Pretty much what I use is just a off-white sample paint, and I just have been painting it. It's seriously that easy. You can make a cool brick into white because, you know, white can open up the space a little bit. It's not as dark, and bada bing bada boom, you get a cool wall in your van. It's getting to that time that I'm done for the day. I still have this door to do. As you can see, it's finished this one. I'm sorry I didn't record me drilling in, but I drilled a hole and then I put pretty big screws to catch the metal. I only put 6 on here. That should hold. I put in the curtain behind it, so that should help as well. They're blackout and I got them from IKEA. Okay. All right, day 2 of working on the doors. I just like to take my time when I do this kind of stuff to make sure I do it right. There's always butterflies over here. You see that little guy? where I park and do woodworking, there's always like these butterflies that float around me. It's pretty cool. Peaceful. Like the tough part, because now I'm taking my shade, I don't know if I showed this yesterday, I'm taking my shade and I'm putting it on the back of the panel so I can pull it down, so it's gonna be hidden behind the panel and I can just pull it down. It's a blackout shade from IKEA, so I have to do that. So I have to attach these brackets to the back here, and then I have to measure it out and make sure it's exactly the way I need it to be, and then install it. And then I can put the panel on, because I won't be able to put the panel on, I won't be able to put this on after the panel is on the door. I have to like engineer that correctly. That is my new back door look. I can now lie in bed. I can, you know, have the curtains go up or down whenever I want them to. And I wanted the feeling of more of like my bed area to be a bedroom, and I wanted it to kind of be like an artist loft type situation, and that's kind of where the brick comes in. It actually has some pretty cool effect to it. If you get really up close to it, you can actually see like the texture and the whiteness and how it looks like white painted brick. It looks real. It's actually really cool. The only thing I wish I did that I didn't really account for, which is the spacage of the door. This door over here, I should have made a couple inches longer, because that door shuts first and then the other door shuts. And I did that side first, and then I realized it after so what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna redo the whole thing. Sorry, ain't gonna happen, you know? I just did it this way. When I first moved into the van, I wanted to have the idea of a home, and I'm going to upgrade the home as much as possible and make it feel like my home. So again, I'm a tiny house on wheels, and that's how I feel. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, please. Like I like to get involved with you guys. I actually plan on doing some live streaming soon. I would love to do like a Q&A type live streaming. So I will do that hopefully soon. If any of you guys have questions on what I'm going to be doing, or where I'm going, or what's going on, or just really anything, I have a new vlog coming out. So that's the changes of the back door. It took me roughly 2 hours per door. You saw that I had to cut out templates and everything else. I had to figure everything out measurement wise. And the cost, I believe that's only one board that's 4 feet by 8 feet long. That was 25, maybe 25 bucks. The trim was cheap. I forget what the trim was. It was, you know, it's actually poplar board, which matches the rest of my wood in here. I stained it with a American walnut, which is also the color on my right there. And I already had that stain, but you know, if you factor all that in, I think the door upgrade was like total price wise under $50, and then give or take 4 to 5 hours of total time. If you have any questions, if you you know, want to know anything else, please let me know in the comments below. Give me a follow on Instagram, ghost.van. I have a new comedy vlog coming out, so you want to check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.